हेलो बच्चों, चलो आज देखते हैं 11th फिजिक्स सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ इट. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द एरर इन मेजरमेंट? व्हाट आर इट्स टाइप? देन व्हाट इज लीस्ट काउंट and what is least count error and what is absolute error, relative error and percentage of error. Let us see one by one. Now first of all, when you say error, what do you mean by it? What do you mean by the term error? Error is nothing but it is the difference between the true value and the measured value, or the standard value and the observed value. Am I right? Or you can say simply the uncertainty in measurement. Measurement is not 100% perfect. Am I right? So hence, what's the sort of uncertainty you are finding? That is only error. So simple definition is, what is error? Uncertainty in measurement, or the difference between the true value and the measured value, or the difference between the true value and the observed value, or the difference between the standard value and the measured value. All are same. So let us see what is error. Simply definition is uncertainty in measurement. It is nothing but uncertainty in measurement is called as error, or you can say it as the difference between true value and measured value. True value also called as standard value, and measured value also called as observed value. So it is also the difference between the measured value and the standard value. Clear? So now let us see what are the types of error. There are basically two types of error. One is systematic error and the other is called as random error. See, the name itself giving the indication that systematic error means there is some systematic approach. There is certain way also you can resolve it. But when the coming to word random error, it is occurring itself randomly. Random means there is no specification about it. So unexpectedly it arrives. So hence it's difficult to minimize your random error. You say no, what he is doing? He is just roaming randomly here and there. Randomly means there is no specific target. Unexpectedly it will just move hither and thither. That is called as a random. Okay. So let us see the types of error. So what is the type of error? You got it? Mainly two types. One is systematic error. Then other is called as a random error. Fine. Now under systematic error, it is divided into three types. Let us see what are those. Systematic error is divided into three. What it is? Instrumental error. Then other is imperfection in experimental technique. Then third one is your personal error. These are the three types of your systematic error. What are the name? Instrumental error, first one. The name indicates itself, it is the error associated with the instrument. Means it is the error associated with the calibration of the instrument during the manufacturing. For example, you are getting a meter, thermometer, which is able to measure the boiling point of the water, that is 100 degree Celsius. But it is showing 104 degree. Is it your mistake? No. It is at the time of manufacturing that the company make the product defect. It is called as manufacturing defect, or it is also called as instrumental error. So it will be minimized or not. If they will give the attention to it, then definitely they will minimize, because once they do the production, they will go for first testing. So at the time of testing, if they found that there is any mistake, definitely they should reject those instruments to come to market. Am I right? Huh? Then coming to second, imperfection in experimental technique. This is the error associated with the human being. How the way? For example, you see thermometer, when you have temperature or you have fever, you will go to doctor. What they will do? They will give a thermometer, you keep it in your armpit. But you know what is exactly the temperature of the body if you measure with the help of thermometer by keeping your thermometer in armpit, your temperature will be bit low compared to the what exactly your body temperature is. Are you able to get me? जो आपका शरीर का तापमान होता है, अगर आप आर्मपिट के अंदर रख के देखते हो, चेक करते हो, तो उससे कम आता है. तो ये क्या सही मेजरमेंट हुआ है कि नहीं? तो इसलिए मुंह के अंदर रखो तो it will show the right reading. Clear? So this is the mistake associated with our experimental setup. So thermometer, if you keep it inside the mouth, it will give you the exact temperature of your body. In armpit, it will give you somehow low. So that is called as imperfection in experimental technique or imperfection in experimental observation. Fine. Now let us see the third one. Personal error. You see, few of the people always their neck will be like this. They will be always in bend somehow, left or towards right. If those people you give an analog instrument to take the reading, those are always inclined towards left. They find whatever the original reading more, because their eye is inclined towards right, body is inclined to left, so obviously eye will be inclined towards right. So whatever the original reading, they will show or they will note it down as more reading. Those who have habit of bit rightly inclined their head, so whatever the reading, their body is rightly inclined head, so they will see in the left inclination. So with respect to that, whatever the exact reading, they will get less than that reading. So these are the readings associated with the human beings, which is nothing but called as parallax error. I already told you, if you keep a pencil or pen just straight to your tip of the nose, some distance ahead, and close the left eye and see with the respect to right eye, you feel that the pen is in the towards somehow left, but actually it is on the center, but your eye seems to be shift in position of that object. It may cause to feel like that. Fine. So that type of error is called as parallax error. It is due to the personal error associated with that human being. So your instrumental error is associated with the manufacturing problem. Imperfection in experimental technique is while you are taking the reading, you should know where to keep the instrument so that it will show the perfect in reading. And third one, personal error, is nothing but parallax error. It is due to the inclination or the bending of head either towards left or towards right. Clear? Now come to next, random error. What do you mean by random? I already told there is no specification about it. Any sort of fluctuation, like fluctuation in temperature. There will be sudden mechanical vibration. If a heavy lorry is moving in this area, I am making some measurement, then suddenly there will be some shaking. The meter will not show the right reading. Or some train is moving nearer to house, then that will also show some difference in reading. If there is fluctuation in power supply, because these are all electrically operated, so that will also show changes in reading. So these are all random errors. So random errors we can't, because it's unpredicted. Without any information it will come, so we can't control. But systematic errors, we would have a good control on it. How the way we can minimize it? So how the way we can minimize the systematic error? If you take a very highly precise instrument or good quality instrument, then definitely you can able to minimize the systematic errors. Fine. Now come to the another term called as least count. What do you mean by the term least count? लिस्ट काउंट इज नथिंग बट सबसे छोटा वैल्यू कौन सा है जो आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंट मेजर कर सकता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज लिस्ट काउंट। द स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू दैट कैन बी मेजर्ड बाय द इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज नथिंग बट कॉल्ड एज द लिस्ट काउंट। देन व्हाट इज लिस्ट काउंट एरर? The list count error is always associated with the resolution of the instrument. I think all of you have nowadays Android set in which camera is there. All of you say, what is the pixel capacity of your camera? Because you know that if that pixels are more, then clarity of the picture will be good and you enjoy the pictures quality. Am I right? So that is nothing but if higher the pixels, resolution will be better. Because the number of pixels is nothing but dots per unit area. So whenever you take a picture, it will take with a good clarity. So those camera having high resolution or high pixel, if you take a photo with that camera, even a object from far distance, even if you zoom it, you can find that object with a good clarity. Those camera having low pixels, even if nearby object you take a photo, if you zoom it, you find it seems to be blurred. Blurred means what? It is not able to show it properly. So error is more. Clear? So list count error is directly proportional to the resolution of the instrument. Higher the resolution, lower the error. So clear list count. The smallest value that can be measured by instrument is called as list count error. List count and the list count error is nothing but it is the error associated with the resolution of the instrument. Now the question arises, how to minimize these errors? So to minimize these errors, the only choice is that you should not take one time the reading. You should take multiple number of readings. If you take multiple number of readings, what will happen? Now find out the mean of those readings. Once you find out the mean of those readings, then whatever is your original reading you have taken individually, if you subtract it with respect to your mean, then that will give you very minimal error. Means your true value is approximately equal to your measured value. That's what our target. We want to minimize the error and maximize the perfection level of measurement, so that our measured value will be equal to the true value. Not exactly equal but approximately equal to the true value. So hence we'll study about remaining three types of error. What are those errors? Absolute error, absolute error, then next is relative error, third one is percentage of error. Okay. List count is nothing but, please make a note of it, the smallest value measured by an instrument is called as list count. Then what is list count error? It depends on a resolution. It depends on a resolution of the instrument. Clear? So now let us see what is absolute error, what is relative error, what is percentage of error. So when you are measuring n, I told just now, you should not measure one quantity at a time. You should measure the same quantity repeatedly some 4 or 5 times. Suppose you are measuring that same quantity, let A1, A2, A3, A4 ... You are measuring up to n number of times. 5 times. How much higher you take the measurement, that much lesser the error. Clear? So hence let you are measuring the quantity A1, A2, A3, A4 up to n times. Now next step what you have to do? Find the mean of it. So if you find a mean, what is the formula? Normally add it, A1 plus A2 ... up to an divided by n, or you can say it as summation I equal to 1 to n divided by n. That will give you the mean of the measurement. Now once you find the mean of the measurement, now find the absolute error. So what is absolute error is nothing but what you are finding your mean and now what individual you measure. Now take the difference of that. So A1 minus A mean. This is nothing but you can call it as del A1. Similarly, what is my del A2? A2 minus A mean. Similarly, del A3 minus A mean. Now when you find this value, you can find some case it will be positive, some case it will be negative. But that's what they told, mean absolute error. So when they say absolute value or it is nothing but called as mod of that value, it indicates that you should not consider the sign convention. Then what you should consider? You should consider the positive value alone. That is the meaning of absolute. So hence what you need to do? Whatever you got the value, for example you are getting minus 0.01. So you should consider as plus 0.01. Suppose you are getting plus 0.02. So same 0.02. Clear? So hence this symbol is nothing but mod symbol or it is giving the absolute value. Now you find this absolute error. What you have to do? Next you have to, this is nothing but your absolute error. Now next you find mean absolute error. Mean of this. So what you will do? Del A1 plus del A2 up to the del AN divided by n. How many times you are taking reading? If you divided it, what you will get? Mean absolute error. Clear? So now this next is your relative error. Then what is my relative error? It is nothing but what is your del mean absolute mean divided by normal mean into 100. This will give you the relative error. Don't multiply with 100. Your mean error, mean absolute error divided by the mean of the reading, that will give you a relative error. Then what is percentage of error? If relative error expressed in terms of percentage, then that is called as percentage of error. Simple. Relative error, if you multiply with 100, that is called as percentage of error. So this is nothing but relative error into 100. So what you will write? Del mean means this is the absolute mean error divided by mean into 100. This will give you a percentage of error. Are you clear about this? What is the difference between this? Absolute error, relative error, percentage of error. Absolute error is nothing but it is the difference between the mean error and the individual measurement. This is nothing but you are finding total mean and subtracting it from individual measurement. When you do that subtraction, then that is called as nothing but your absolute error. Now when you take absolute error again altogether divided by how many number of measurement you did, if you divide it, it will give you the absolute mean error. Now once you find out your absolute mean error, you have to find your relative error, that is nothing but your absolute mean error divided by the mean. What is the mean of the measurement? If you multiply with 100, that will give you the percentage of error. Is this clear? In my next video, I will upload a numerical associated with it, so that you will have a very good clarity how to find out your absolute error, a relative error and percentage of absolute error. Clear? If you have any queries, please comment below the video, so that I will upload according to your opinion. ठीक है बच्चों, खुश रहो, मस्त रहो और पढ़ाई जबरदस्त करते रहो और आगे बढ़ते रहो. बाय बाय.